3, 2, 1. Nice that these guys were
cast
nice
kill.
and ready.
Cast your votes, everybody.
Huh, I guess Preston might be shot calling for them.
Yep. Bunch of new players on there.
Yeah. Oh, normally has chosen to take over the fat grid this time, sticking Star Knight in the fast mover with the wingman.
Interesting. Once again, for the people out there, we've got RKD bringing a wingman drone on their side, making up the last of their points. And we've got both teams moving in loose formation towards the centre. We've got Star Knight heading down to the bottom cap with his wingman, trying to get that cheeky 2 cap to start with. Yeah, well, I live in New Zealand, so it's upside down for me, you know.
The land down under.
Yeah.
Star Knight entering the top cap circle with wingman. UEF moving slowly. Very slowly. Do they have blink drives, I wonder? Yes, they do. There is the SRBs coming out for Orpheus.
RKD taking advantageous position to begin with UEF having slowly drifted over to the zone. However, those heavy grids from UEF will very much be able to sit and contest that center zone, much like we saw with the con fight, where the heavier grid can just shrug off damage and do what it wants.
Oh, the railguns are slowly knocking Truck Gnome back a bit. RKD holding 2 cap circles. Anomaly and Orpheus are fortified. Swarm of missiles coming out of tridents.
That is a lot of missiles.
Yep.
That is a lot of missiles.
I believe 2 tridents per grid, so that is... Oof. How's your point defense?
Not quite good enough, and we've got Star Knight and his wingman coming in from behind, coming in for that flanking maneuver.
Yeah. Coming round behind them.
He does have those chasms, so they can deal heavy damage if they can get in close. Also smacking into Truck Gnome with those fixed guns as well.
Truck Gnome slowly losing shields.
I wonder if he realizes.
Oh, more missiles coming on Orpheus. Looks like he is their focus fire target. What has normally shoved in this one? Those are railguns. More missiles than an Orpheus. Taking them on the nose of that thing, but currently surrounded by Truck Gnome, Reaper, and Reshadow. They're probably more...
Very dangerous position to be in if you get surrounded like this. It means you can't shunt, and well, in this case it doesn't really matter because he's out of shields, but he is going to be losing mass and components very quickly.
He is choosing to
Meanwhile,
move, though. Truck Gnome
Star Knight, Star Knight,
1v2.
Yeah, pulling off their tension. That drone tickling Truck Gnome with those chasms. Dealing actually pretty hefty damage, already down to 86% with just one pass from those 2 ships.
Oh, Anomaly is also focusing on Truck Gnome. Looks like they're leaving Orpheus out to hang and dry.
He is there to be shot while they hold the point. Try and gain
Yeah.
that lead.
What's worrying is Anomaly has just been sat fortified. He's not been contested. So those shields are going to be a problem to get crack if these
Yeah,
grids
it's going to be
keep
very
taking
hard to get him out of that
damage.
zone.
2 out of the 3 grids on UEF have lost shields. Truck Gnome is feeling a little crunchy. Oh. Plutonium incoming on V-Shadow, but responding with missiles into Orpheus. Like he takes 1, maybe 2 arrows to the nose. Reaper currently exposing his back to an anomaly.
Both teams having honourable, well, an honourable 2v2 in the centre zone and a less honourable 2v1
Yeah.
in the bottom. Oh, I suppose it's a 1v1. It's
1 versus
Yeah.
a half. Anomaly has
and
opted
he-
to hold W. Orpheus down to 300 megawatts of power. He will soon be power killed at this rate.
shield emitter gone as well. He can no longer regain his shields.
As
55%
he is
integrity.
Being a single corpse for V-Shadow and Reaper X to shoot you into. Normally showing his back, not a good idea. But making surprising use of that center shield to protect the harm beacon. Truck Gnome still just being bullied by the drone and Star Knight, but Star Knight is also feeling worse for wear.
Dumping in a bit of that Vulcan fire as well.
Truck Gnome blinking away, quite a smart move there for him.
Sizable battle point lead on the side of UEF as well.
Yeah,
Almost
You-
32,000 versus under 20,000.
15 megawatts left on Orpheus. That is a red grid momentarily. There it goes.
Goes.
Orpheus goes red, leaving Anomaly and Star Knight.
On the other hand, UEF have yet to capture a
They had
control point.
ignored the cap circles to a certain degree.
If RKD can hang in there for another 5 minutes, and based on how long it took them to take down Orpheus and how durable Anomaly's grid is,
They could
that may
squeeze
end up being a problem
this.
for them. Yeah.
It'll be a very tight squeeze, but they could potentially squeeze a win. But
Cap
Star
discipline
Knight
is so important now.
Yeah, I will always contest caps over risk just dying. But as the
Normally doing his
drifts
best to
out-
try and stay in that center zone and keep that cap.
Oh, Vulcan fire coming in onto Truck Gnome. Reaper X.
Not a lot
go
of it
for
hitting, though.
shields. Well, that is the risk of it being on a rotor turret. Starlight might actually be trying to aim for that top cap circle. Center cap has been uncapped. Normally drifted out long enough. Starlight goes red.
That is a 1v3. 30,000 battle point to 12,000. This is
And-
not looking good for RKD.
Normally will not be able to hold out for 8 minutes.
The drone, however, doing its best. Getting aggressive.
Drone is trying. Normally flared those missiles, it looks like. The drone has opted for, I'm coming. I will shoot this. Reaper X blinking away. Normally caught in a 3-way crossfire. I don't think he's gonna survive much longer now.
Yeah, it's at this sort of style where
Oh.
the UEF cruisers are at their best. Just being able to
Yeah.
sit, orbit, and broadside the ever-loving shit out of a grid. You do not
Normally
want to be
is
in an anomalous
just
position.
struggling. 700 megawatts left. Not long till he goes red.
Definitely focusing on power there.
Yeah. Power kills probably one of the better ways to kill at the moment. Power and steering. Steering will result in a cockpit kill. Power tends to be easier to strip out of a grid that is not so massive that it's got power in every single corner of it. Whereas it normally drifts out of that center cap.
Showing 0 megawatts of power there.
I think he's
But not
still
yet
got a
red.
reactor that's still barely alive. There we
And he
go.
is gone. That is a victory by ship kills for UEF. Is that the first time we've ever seen a team completely ignore the capture points?
No, we've seen a few teams do that.
Hmm.
Combat 2? It is Cybin versus TGS.
Well, I'll jump off there and I'll, yeah, be fighting this time.
Yep.